Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is another before and after double feature. This time we are starting off with Maelstrom in the Gelgoog A-Type at level 4. A-Type is a good machine. It's the most basic of all the Gelgoogs. It has the rifle, it has the beam Naginata, and it has, before the buffs, a grenade. At level 4 it is cost 500, so you're going to see a bunch of fairly fancy and capable machines here, but again, the Gelgoog has that rifle, and that rifle is pretty much golden. With Maelstrom is Spidey Wing. I believe he's in the standard 7th Gundam. Demolition Hound is in the Lilith Pixie, and Nexo Hunter is in the Gaplin TR5. I think the Random, who was in slot 5, is in a GPO4, I think. Not 100% sure on that, but yeah, they've got at least one Ifrit knocked, and yeah, that thing is a problem frequently. Okay, yeah. That knocked did a really good job of sneaking around the corner because there was somebody else there, and I only saw them retreating on the corner of the screen. I thought it was the knocked, and I did not realize they were here. Unfortunately, Maelstrom is a little bit surrounded, but yeah, got a good slash in on the knocked before he got killed. The weakness of the A-Type Gelgoog, which has not been remedied for after the patch, is it still has incredibly low melee defense. You can, of course, compensate for that, especially at level 4 when you have a bunch of equip slots to play with. But yeah, it is very vulnerable to stabbing. And yeah, you kind of that can be a problem. But I believe its stats are technically more geared towards melee, as I recall. But honestly, that's not a huge deal because the rifle has enough power that you don't necessarily need a ton of ranged mod to push it. It definitely helps, obviously, but yeah, you can't. The rifle just by default is a pretty strong weapon. I think I'm remembering correctly. So many Gelgoogs. And there's a few more variants that I just learned about recently that I would not say no to having, so we'll see how that goes in time. See, managed to stop that Barzam Custom and kill it. That is a 7th Gundam, I'm almost certain. And Demo is about to close in on it. Maelstrom, I think, is trying to follow up from up top. Good shot. Good teamwork there by Demo, Nexo, and Maelstrom. And yeah, catching up with the enemy team's lead here. They definitely won the first wipe, but that is not the whole of it, of course. Let's see. The Isaac is, at least there are no dedicated stealth suits on the team for the Isaac to be revealing, but it's kind of a difficult thing. It's a good thing to pair with an Ifrit knocked because both of those things can cause jamming and have stealth, so you can more easily mask the presence of the Ifrit knocked, which is very much the more dangerous of the two. If you have two things that can have the same kind of reaction on your radar. And let's see, it looks like Spidey and Demo are fighting here. And so is the entire enemy team, that is a thing. Well, Nexo's here as well, so yeah, at the moment it looks to be a 4-on-4. That's, relatively fair, obviously. But good shot, good kill. Yeah, like I said, that beam rifle is still one of my favorite weapons in the game. Just in terms of just standard hand weapons, it is absolutely my favorite. And there are other weapons I do like, the big guns, the big goofy weapons, things like that. But yeah, in terms of just a good, solid mainstay weapon, Gelgoog rifle cannot be beat. Yeah, let's see. Isaac managed to fend off Maelstrom. The one thing about the A-Type that may throw you, besides the low melee defense, if you have been running some of the other Gelgoogs like the early production, The A-type Gelgoog only has melee priority 2, where a lot, if not all, of the others have 3. So, I'm sure there's other 2s I'm not remembering, but yeah, melee priority 3 means it can clash with anything. Melee priority 2 means that a lot of main character suits like Gundams and what have you will just override your melee attack. Because, yeah, I don't talk about the melee priority system much anymore, but in case you don't know that, the way melee priority works in this game is if your priority, there's a 3-tiered priority system. Ooh, good kill there. And if your attack has a higher priority, it takes precedence. If they have equal priority, you can end up clashing. So, clashing or bouncing or what have you based on the situation. And there are certain skills that can give you an advantage if you're clashing. So that's, yeah, that is also heavy attacks are considered basically have priority 4. They will override any non-heavy melee attack. Even if, amongst mobile suits, as I recall, that have the skill that say you're, you take priority over melee priority 3 suits in X circumstance. I believe a heavy attack will even beat that. So yeah, it is. Heavy attacks are always top priority. 2 of those will clash, and otherwise, yeah. A slight lead with 1.5 minutes to go. That's not a bad place to be. And yeah. I'm saying yeah a lot tonight, but just like, I don't know. Just some days, just the brain fog. God, if I ever do get COVID, I'm just going to be absolutely, incapacitated from the lack of thinking. But let's see. Oh, that is a Sheriff's Gelgoog going by. And yeah, that is the other thing that in this, that's the other type of Gelgoog that wears the shield on the back. Everything else that I remember carries it, so. Yeah. Good kill there, and yeah, my I don't get to use it as often as I used to, but for a long time, my go-to Gelgoog combo, which oh man, lucky that didn't turn into a tackle. Good kill, and here is that 7th Gundam, which, okay, they clashed before, but I guess because the attack animation was over, Maelstrom got it with the downswing and got a kill, so the Sheriff's Gelgoog was not ready to actually attack. But yeah, my go-to Gelgoog combo for a long time was stun with a charged attack, downswing, shoot feet, neutral up. Like that. Oh man, that was good timing. Used it at the end of the round, and just as I was talking about it, so yeah, that's pretty much it. That is a really solid combo, and because the downswing, of course, hits very low, it tends to hit feet a lot. Okay, 4213 out of 13,450. Very nice. Demo got top damage, 7 and 2. Mail was not far behind on that. Okay, so now we will take a look at our after round. All right, and here is the my round in the post-buff Gelgoog, which Maelstrom I'm pretty sure did better, but this went fairly well. I forget what level this is. I believe since the Metal Spider is here, it's probably 400, making this the level 2 Gelgoog. We'll find out as we go. But yeah, as you can see, that is a really strong beam rifle. But yes, it now has jamming grenades, and in addition to having the jamming effect, it also works like the Dois Customs, and has that little shock field that does, yep, this is 400, that does damage over time, or, basically keeps doing damage the longer you stand or sit in it, if you've been knocked down sitting. That corner, unfortunately, ate the grenade. That's a Zaku Diver, which is a pretty strong suit, honestly. Jamming grenades back up. It's stunned. Perfect time for it. Though it only did take one increment of damage. I'm not sure what the maximum number of hits you can take on the grenade is, honestly. Pixie, well, I got about 1,600 damage on it while the Pixie was beating me up. Yep, and there's a Gundam EX using its Keep on Truckin' kit there. Or kick, rather. Which, I mean, there are some frames of the Gundam doing that in First Gundam. It's not a kick when it does it. It's flying through the air shooting its beam rifle, but it's a very similar pose, interestingly enough. But yeah. Okay, I am out of feet. But yeah, the Pixie, you know, even with type advantage, that is the melee vulnerability coming into play here. I almost always build for defense anymore, if I'm being honest, so. But I think that I did put some extra melee defense on it, but yeah, still a little bit on the weak side. But let's see. Yeah, so far so good, though. We are up about 300 points. No, actually 220, 235, I think. But yeah, almost everybody's ready to go. Number 3 has to wait to respawn. I think we're probably going to try and... Okay, I thought we were going to try and hold. Ifrit disagreed. I will back up the Ifrit. Okay. Yeah, there is that, and okay, looks like looks like the jamming grenade only hit the rocket once. That's kind of weird. Didn't quite make the throw there. If I had landed it against something on that ledge, that might have been good. But okay, jamming grenade out. There's a bunch of things there, and they're all going to walk around it because that's just how that works. And there's the Pixie, which I'm not sure why it actually gave me an opportunity to see it before it started attacking, but you know, didn't do me much good. But a lot of that's because that Gym Sniper 2 is using the new rifle. So yeah, Gym Sniper 2 did also get buffed. It's got a new rifle. I have not gotten a good round with it yet, but if I do, it will be here. And if anybody else does, it'll probably be here as well. So I have managed to stock up a few decent rounds for the next week or so, which is nice. I have at least one more request done as well, so. Yep, and yeah, that's, again, the uncharged beam rifle's damage is really excellent. And there's a couple of kills. Because, yeah, it does plenty of good damage, especially against raids, and just, if it's not charged, you can fire, you know, into a melee without risking your allies. So, and that is 3 kills. Just wanted to test there and see what kind of damage the shock grenade did against the base, and looks like none, which I feel like is fair. You know, even like 10 or 11 ticks of like no damage would be, you know, kind of substantial. I'm still trying it anyway, but yeah, given the fact that the base icon is only flashing when everyone else hits it, I'm pretty sure the shock grenade is not doing much. But yeah, well, again, technically jamming grenade, but yeah, to be honest, I'm sure that the jamming is useful. You know, just screwing with people's radar is not the worst idea. Oh, that worked out well. But just the damage over time is definitely the quality I'm more interested in when I use it. And there's that Pixie again. Yeah, if I did build for melee defense, I should also have built for leg reinforcement, honestly. And I forgot that there was an Isaac and Gundam Marine type behind me, so yeah, I am dead again. Let's see what else we can do. Well, number 3 is still out there. I think that's one of the Desert Zaku's. I forget which one, but is that Rommel's? I don't. Again, just so many. There's like there's so many Desert Zaku's and Zaku Desert types. It's the same problem as the Zaku Marine type, and I'm not sure why I spawned back in all honesty. That was not a good move, because well, we're up to 5 on 4, and appreciate the intercept there, because boy, did I need the help. And I still need the help. Yeah, okay, managed to land okay, yeah, the shock grenade killed the Zaku diver. I didn't live through it, but yeah, I sent sorry, because yeah, I should not have spawned there. It kind of created a mess. It's a mess we're in the lead of, but not by a huge margin. Still, with 2 minutes to go, could be easy to lose that lead, depending. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's not going terribly, so that's a good thing. And yeah, it looks like the Ifrits. Okay, there's a bomb here. That's interesting. I decided to try this just to see. This does not work, but I had to try. I was hoping that the shock effect would extend to the inside of the Medea and kill the pilot for us. It does not do that thing. Yeah, I'm trying to get a good angle on grenades here so I can get the enemy pilot, but yeah, the Zaku diver pilot is doing exactly the right thing and supporting the base bomber, because that's when you have a whole bunch of people getting ready to intercept them, yeah, moving in and actually working with them. And hey, I got my combo off, nice. But yeah, if you're counting on a base bomb to win, work with your base bomber. That's the important part. Given that our pilot is still alive and is defusing, I have a feeling that they managed to overpower the enemy bomber. I am once again out of feet. It is, I definitely need to do leg reinforcements this round, because yeah, I am really getting my legs broken off a lot. But yeah, sent nice, because that was a good clutch defuse, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be if we win this, it's going to be a major contributor. It is, however, coming down to the wire. So if that Zaku and I can get anything done in the time that's left, we can probably win this. And if not, it's going to be a close loss, which, I'm not too hurt by. Yeah, that I didn't even spawn in time. If I had had time to snap off that shot, we might have won it, but I don't think it worked out. Not quite. Still a good round, still pretty solid. And let's see, I was not the top anything here. A metal spider took it, but I got 5 and 5 and got to show off the shock grenades. So and had a few decent moments. But yeah, at the lower costs, might want to build this for leg defense. At any rate, that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! Okay, so the changes to the Gelgoog at level 1. Hit points, it got another 750, went from 14,250 to 15,000. Level 2 and 3 also got more hit points. It got 1 extra close range part slot, going from 11 to 12. 1 mid-range slot from 13 to 14, and 2 long-range slots from 6 to 8. The hand grenade Z was replaced by hand grenade Z enhanced 3. Cooldown between throws has gone down from 2.5 seconds to 2. Has more build stun. And at level 3, the power of the grenade has gone from 1230 to 1600. And yes, the jamming grenade enhanced was also added. And yeah, so one of the issues they had with this, and this, I haven't seen them do this a lot, but they showed the overall usage percentage of the suits in addition to the other stats. At 350, the General Gelgoog was only used at 0.68% of the time. If I was in any of the rounds they counted, that was probably me. Not all of it, but but I sure don't see a lot of them most of the time, or didn't before. Average win rate across all generals at 350 is 49.7%. Gelgoog was at 47.7%. Rival win average across all generals, 48.9%. Gelgoog was at 43.8%. Damage dealt on average is actually about what I did, 55,729. And the Gelgoog was doing 52,301. And it was up like 0.1 on MS losses from 3.2 to 3.3. At 400, it was being used even less of the time, 0.18%. Win rate across all generals at 400, on average 50.7%. It was at 46.6. Rival win rate is 51.9. It was at 45.9. Damage dealt 58,743. It was at 55. Losses 3.1. It was at 3.2. So yeah, definitely not seen very often. And not quite up to snuff. At 450, it was actually used at the smallest margin of all, 0.07%, which, to be honest, makes sense because the early production Gelgoog is there. It's a little bit less, it's a little bit more melee resistant, and it has a machine gun, and its shield is in a better, a more functional position. So, win rate on average for generals at 450 is 49.6%. A-type Gelgoog was getting 44. Rival win rate 50.4% across all generals. It was doing 36.4. So yeah, definitely needed help there. Damage dealt averages 65,363. It was doing 57,499. And yeah, MS losses were pretty bad. Average is 3.2, and it was getting 3.9. So yeah, a whole nother half a Gelgoog on average. At level 4, interestingly, that's a relatively new addition. It's been the last 6 months, I believe. Used 0.12% of the time, so about twice as much as the level 3, but still less than level 2. Win rate across all generals is 50.9% on average. 43.5 for the level 4 Gelgoog. Rival win rate average for generals 51.8%, and the Gelgoog was 43.6. Damage dealt averages 70,003. It was doing 58,300, but it was at the same level of MS losses as everything else at 3.1, so that's something. But yeah, definitely needed some help. Interesting that they didn't increase the hit points of the level 4, but I guess since it is a newer addition, it was already somewhat calibrated for that. So, but yeah, I like what they've done with it, and hopefully I'll get a chance to use it a little more often.